Chapter 9. The Story of Michelangelo. Characters: Michelangelo, a pupil, Lorenzo de' Medici's school. Antonio and Piero, friends of Lorenzo de' Medici. Lodovico, Michelangelo's father. Marco, another pupil. Lorenzo de' Medici, addressed as His Magnificence, a nobleman of Florence. Scene 1. In Florence, a garden of the palace of Lorenzo de' Medici. It is decorated with statues of Roman gods and goddesses of old. Beside the statue of a woodland fawn stands the 16-year-old Michelangelo with mallet and chisel in his hand. He is making a copy of the fawn's head in a block of marble. Marco stands watching him. Marco:
This is a change from dressing stone and sharpening tools, Michael. Where did you get the marble?
Michelangelo:
I begged it from Francisco. Master Bartoldo said it could be spared. I do not want to dress stone all my time here. I want to form something of my own in stone, something that will grow, like this, under my hands. What do you think of my fawn?
Marco:
It is so like the ancient one, that except for the newness of the stone, I could not tell one from the other.
Looking across the garden.
Oh, I can see His Magnificence walking this way with two friends of his, I think. Now, what will you do? What will he say when he catches you doing this?
Michelangelo, calmly continuing his work.
Why should he say anything? Today is a half-holiday, to be spent as we please, and I am doing no harm.
Enter Lorenzo with Antonio and Piero. They come up to the two boys and stand looking at Michelangelo's work for a moment without speaking. Michelangelo and Marco stand respectfully, caps in hand. Lorenzo:
Who gave you the marble for that head, my boy?
Michelangelo:
Francisco the foreman, your magnificence, with Master Bartoldo's leave.
Lorenzo:
Well, well,
looking closely at the fawn's head.
a very fine piece of work for so young a hand. What do you say, gentlemen?
Antonio:
A fine piece indeed.
in a whisper to Lorenzo.
I have seen no better. This youth will make a name for himself, my friend. Mark what I say.
Piero:
I agree with my lord, and with you, sir. The copy is wonderful for one so young.
Lorenzo:
Yes, it pleases me well.
smiling.
But look, boy, our old friend the fawn has lived for many 100 years now, and in so old a head it is not right that the teeth should be complete, as you have made them. Well, what do you say then?
Michelangelo eagerly.
Yes, my lord, I see.
Antonio laughing to Lorenzo.
My friend, your wits are as quick as your taste in art.
The three gentlemen pass on, laughing and talking. Marco:
Well, he was not angry.
Michelangelo calmly.
Why should he be?
To himself thoughtfully.
He was right, though, about the teeth. I had overlooked that point. I will see to it.
He sets to work again with his chisel. Scene 2. The same garden. An hour later. Michelangelo alone is still working at the fawn's head. He does not see Lorenzo, Antonio and Piero enter behind him. They pause before the statue. Lorenzo:
What boy, still at work, and on a half-holiday too. The sun is growing too hot. You had better go indoors.
Michelangelo staring back.
Oh, my lord, your pardon. I did not hear you come.
Lorenzo:
Well, how is our old friend?
looking at the fawn's head which Michelangelo has been carving.
Upon my word, you have made him lose one of his front teeth, boy. Excellent, excellent. Now he is an ancient fawn indeed. And see, Antonio, the gum is hollowed, as if the tooth had dropped out.
Antonio in a whisper.
This is skillful work, eh? We have a clever young craftsman here.
Lorenzo also whispering.
We have a young genius, Antonio, or I am no true judge of art.
Pyro.
Indeed, you speak the truth, my lord.
Lorenzo looking closely at Michelangelo.
What is your name, my boy?
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo, the son of Lodovico, your magnificence.
Lorenzo.
What? Lodovico, who has a post at the customs?
Michelangelo.
The same, my lord.
Lorenzo.
Go and tell your father that I wish to speak with him.
Michelangelo hastily puts down his mallet and chisel, picks up his cap, bows and leaves the garden. The three gentlemen look at each other, then gather round the fawn's head, all talking eagerly. Scene 3. The same garden. 3 hours later, Michelangelo and his father, Lodovico, are standing beside the head of the fawn. Lodovico, angrily.
I tell you, boy, I will not have it. No son of mine shall be a stonemason.
Michelangelo, quietly.
I wish to be a sculptor, father.
Lodovico, impatiently.
Ah, same thing, the same thing. Chipping at bits of stone when you might be doing more worthy work. No, I say 1,000 times no.
Enter Lorenzo, Lodovico, and Michelangelo stand bareheaded before him, bowing. Lodovico's anger dies away. Lorenzo.
Lodovico, I sent for you to speak about your son. You see this piece of work which he has done.
Lodovico.
Your Magnificence, I am no judge of sculpture, but...
Lorenzo.
The work is very promising. Nay, I will say more. It is the work of no ordinary sculptor. And so, Lodovico, I am going to make you and your son an offer. If you let me have charge of the boy, I will take him into my house, and treat him like one of my own sons.
He shall learn all that can be learnt of his art.
From the best masters in Italy, and maybe, who knows, one day not Italy only, but the world shall hear of Michelangelo.
Michelangelo looking from one to the other eagerly.
Oh, your magnificence. Oh, father.
Lodovico humbly bowing again.
It shall be as you wish, my lord. Not Michelangelo alone, but all of us, with our lives and liberties, are at the pleasure of your Magnificence.
Michelangelo.
Oh, my lord, thank you. Thank you 1,000 times. And thank you too, dear father.
Scene 4. The workshop of the cathedral in Florence. Michelangelo is putting the finishing touches upon a statue. Marco.
A week ago you had completed this statue. Surely you have been spending your time idly since I was last here.
Michelangelo.
No, I have been very busy. I have improved this eye, and I have softened the lines of this lip here. I have made this muscle look stronger, and made the line of this limb finer. I have toughened up this spot, and polished that.
Marco.
No doubt, but my dear friend, these are nothing but trifles, after all.
Michelangelo.
Yes, but you must remember that trifles make perfection, and perfection is no trifle.
Michelangelo continues working on the statue. Curtain. From a play by Dorothy King, adapted. Fawn, an imaginary creature which looks like a man with a goat's hind legs, a tail, ears and horns. Mallet, a tool like a hammer with a large flat end made of wood. Chisel, a tool with a long metal blade sharp at the end, used for cutting wood or stone. Dressing stone, shaping blocks of stone into regular shapes by cutting off irregular pieces. Ancient, very old, aged. Foreman, a person of skill who is in charge of a group of people. Wit, understanding and intelligence. Craftsman, a person who is skilled in making or doing something. Genius, a great natural talent or ability. Sculptor, a person who carves statue from marble, stone or other materials. Chipping, cutting off small pieces of stone or wood. Sculpture, a statue or object made from marble, stone or other materials. Cathedral, a very large church, most important in an area. Idly, not active or working, doing nothing. Trifles, things which are small and not important. Perfection, something that is complete and correct in every way.